Hey, what's up you guys, it's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to go into chapter 28 of How to Disappear by Sharon Huss Wrote. Things are starting to get a little bit more juicy and interesting as we trickle down to the last few chapters of the book. There are only 35 chapters in this book, so we are pretty much almost done with this book, and I am excited for it, but also sad because then we have to move on to another book, and then that book will lead into the new year, but you know, that'll be okay. So let's get right into this video. Excuse me. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, please click off the video now. Excuse me, you have been warned. Chapter 28. The lingering effect of Lipton's hug is like armor, shielding me from all the vicarious talk. I'm only a little nervous when Marissa mentions her again in the yearbook office over lunch period. Adrian and I spent 2 hours on her Instagram last night, she says, which was great and everything. I mean, at least we were together for a change. She pauses and sighs, lays her forehead on her calculus notes. I just don't think I can keep it up. And why wasn't there a yearbook photographer at the game last night? What game? Bethann peers around her computer. My game, the biggest one of this season. I told you to assign a photographer. You did? She flashes a glance toward Marvo for some backup, but he just shrugs. Sorry. Everybody's sorry, but nobody gets anything done, says Marissa. I have to do it all myself. Okay, Miss Perfect, Bethann wheels away from her desk. I'll try to do a better job of reading your mind the next time. Don't call me that, Marissa snaps. I'm not perfect. I missed an easy goal last night looking around for that stupid photographer and lost us the game. I'm going to fail this calculus test, and Adrian expects me to be a damn Mother Teresa. I can't take it. Whoa, hey. Marvo approaches Marissa with calming hands. She spins away from him. I am not perfect, she says again, voice wobbly now. I can't do everything. I can't be perfect at everything. Nobody said, Marvo starts. Nobody says it, but everyone expects it. Marissa can do it. Marissa can do everything. Manage East 48, book all their gigs. Sure, Marissa can do that. Can't you, Marissa? And keep up those straight A's while you're at it? We're counting on that academic scholarship. Run the yearbook, win the field hockey games, look pretty, and wave at the homecoming parade, and be nice to all the sad people on the internet. She stops finally. Marvo, Bethann, and I are silenced, pretty much holding our collective breath to see if she erupts again. Bethann is the first to talk. Tell us how you really feel. Why don't you? Marissa gives a half laugh, half sob. I've just been under a lot of pressure lately. You think? Marvo hands her a box of tissues from the bookshelf. She snatches one and dabs her eyes. I'm kind of impressed at how unperfect she looks right now. She's much more likable this way. Sometimes I wish I could be somebody else that nobody knows or expects anything from. Someone like. She glances up at me, and for one frantic second I think she's going to say vicarious. Like Vicky, she says. My eyes widen. Me? Don't take this the wrong way, but when you came here to work on the yearbook, I thought, great, Miss Green is pawning her off on us because she can't do anything else. I had zero expectations of you. Zip. Bethann opens her mouth to object, but Marissa holds her hand up and continues. And then you turned out to be an amazing and brilliant and super nice. You had nowhere to go but up, and you did. But when you started up here, she wiggles her fingers high above her head, there's nowhere to go but down, and everyone else is just waiting for you to fall so they can pounce. I'm not sure how to feel about being the poster child for low expectations, but did she just call me amazing and brilliant? Nobody's waiting to pounce on you, says Bethann. Marissa snorts. Oh yes they are. Not everyone, says Marvo. Some of us are here to catch you and hold you up if you need us. Yeah, Bethann throws an arm around Marissa's neck. Don't be so hard on yourself. Marvo wraps his arms around the both of them. Marissa is still half crying. I am so going to fail this test. Bethann says, who cares? It's really sweet. I start thinking about all the vicarious followers who are so hard on themselves like Marissa is. It's not always a matter of other things being nice and caring or saying you're special. It's about giving themselves a break too. I'm so absorbed in the idea thinking of what vicarious could do about it that I don't realize Marissa's talking to me. Her head is poked out of their little huddle. Get over here. What? Group hug. She waves me toward them. Get your butt over here. I rise tentatively and she sighs her impatience, so I hurry over and their arms reach out to pull me in. Then we are head to head, hugging and swaying and laughing. While the three of them are laughing, at least, I'm just trying not to cry because they aren't Jenna and they'll never be Jenna, but they've given me a place to belong, and it's such a relief to no longer feel like I'm floating away. I only wish Jenna was the one who caught me, that she hadn't cast me off in the first place. That night, I prepare the image inspired by Marissa's meltdown. First step is taking a new selfie in front of my computer. This time, wearing the swirly X-ray vision sunglasses and hugging myself, I scribble words of self-love and empowerment and putting yourself first. all over it, because sometimes you can't be everything to everybody. You need to be there for yourself. Hashtag hold on. Hashtag be happy. Hashtag you are brave. Hashtag fabulous. Hashtag worthy. Hashtag wanted. Hashtag loved. Hashtag best strong. Hashtag stay calm. Hashtag hope. Hashtag laugh. Hashtag smile. Hashtag relax. Hashtag be yourself. Hashtag breathe. Hashtag find your joy. Hashtag listen to your heart. Hashtag be there for you. I put the last line, be there for you, in a little speech bubble coming out of my mouth. The finished product makes me smile. I hope it does the same for Marissa and Hallie and everyone else who might be crumbling under the weight of their expectations, especially their own. The image looks a lot like the previous one, only with a smile and a neatly painted lip instead of a smeary sad one's, hope instead of despair. I scan it and get it ready to post. The message is an easy one to write. It's good to be there for one another, but don't forget to be there for yourself. Instead of posting the image right away, I schedule it for Thanksgiving 2 days from now. That way I won't have to deal with the reaction until it's had a few days to diffuse. Tomorrow will be bad enough anyway, with Lipton taking the day off of school for the drive to his aunt's. I opened my Instagram, but not to check on Vicarious. She was nearing 2 million followers excuse me, the last time I looked, which makes me anxious, so it's better if I don't look, but I'm worried about Jenna. I want to see if she posted anything. It's weird that she hasn't been on there at all. At first I thought she went dark just to drive me crazy, knowing I'd been checking, but now I'm starting to wonder if it's something else. Her followers are getting fewer and fewer too, and she moved. They jumped from about 27 to more than 100 when she started hanging out with Tristan. Then they climbed even faster, 300, 400, 500. Today she's down to 243, and I just can't figure out what would make 250 people ditch her that fast. I could text her a quick, you okay, if I had my phone, but Mom's still holding it hostage. So I opened my email, I read a message and delete it, write and delete and repeat. The messages I come up with are either too long or too complicated, or too apologetic, or too accusing, or too something. Finally, I settle with this. Worried about you, even if you hate me. Will you let me know you're okay? Vicky. I hit the send button before I can change my mind, then wait for a reply. If all she writes is I'm okay, then I'll know we're really, truly, absolutely done. But maybe she'll say more. Maybe it'll be the start of finding our way back to each other. When my email inbox bleeps a few seconds later, I'm afraid to look, but I'm more afraid not to. So I open it, and there it is. Delivery notification. Delivery has failed. I stare at those 5 words for a really long time because Jenna has the same email address her whole life. The only reason I can think for her to change it would be to stop someone from finding her where they've always found her, someone like me. When I get up from the computer, I don't even log out of email or Instagram or shut it down properly. I just reach around and flip the main power switch off. I crawl into bed and let the words I wrote for my followers swim in my head over and over again. Hold on, be strong, stay calm, breathe. And I wonder if they'll help anyone out there at all, because they're not doing that much for me. That is the end of this chapter. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!